What is going on, everyone? It has been crazy weeks and I have a lot of explaining to do on why I haven't had a video up lately, but as you can tell, the garage is empty, and that is because I sold my GTO. Yes, I know I plan on keeping the GTO for a long time, but everything's for sale. The right price came, put it up for sale out of like a joke, and found a buyer pretty quick, and the car was gone. Next thing you know, I had to find a car, which is actually behind the camera or in front of me, and we're gonna go over that car here in a second, and I'll explain everything. So, huge curveball. Got to keep a couple things off the GTO, which I'm pretty much just gonna sell, if not use for the new car. But it just happened. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. Like I said, it was a joke at first, and it turned into it's actually happening. So I'm pretty pumped about it. This car is way next level to me. I'm gonna give you the whole rundown on the whole bit, but without further ado, the new car for the channel is this. There you have it. This is my new, but not new, 2010 Chevy Camaro SS with a little something done to her. So I'm gonna give you the breakdown on this thing, and I had the full build sheet. So backstory behind this car was a guy I work with his cousin knew the guy that owned this car. This car was in North Carolina, and a few months ago, the guy I work with was showing me this car his buddy was selling and everything, because I was joking about maybe selling my GTO then, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna sell it. Well, a few months go by, and this guy's apparently still has this car for sale, and I was like, okay, well, I had my buyer set up to get my car. I was like, and I told him about it, hey, I'm probably gonna sell my GTO. He was like, for real? I was like, yeah. He's like, okay, well, you still want that Camaro? I was like, I forgot all about it. So he's like showing me things, and I was like, well, let me know some more information about it. And he sent me the whole list on this thing, and I was like, all right, well, I'm interested. So this is a 2010 Camaro SS, 2SS, and 2 owners, originally from Texas. So story on this car, it was an older guy had it first. He sold it to the guy in North Carolina. Already given away. There's a Pro Charger on it. The D1 SC. The kid that I bought it from, really awesome guy, and he was super cool about it. He just didn't have the time to really enjoy the car, so I guess that's why he sold it. But the motor actually ended up getting water in it. So motor was shot. He had it built by a shop in North Carolina. Now, the shop is called SSLXX Performance. They do mainly GM stuff, Corvettes, majority of the time, but anything LS, they build. Really good shop. Talked to them. They're awesome. They gave me everything and then some I need to know about this car before I even bought it. So super cool guys. I had paperwork for everything done by them, so I know it's done properly. He said pretty much when it came to them, they had either blown head gasket or waterlogged. The motor was trash. So they ripped the motor out and built the crap out of it, forged everything. So I have a list here of everything that's done to this car. The D1 was fine. They just put it on the motor after it was done. So this was an LS3, but they stroked it. So now this is a 416. Forged crank, rods, pistons, everything, headers, the stuff that would already be done and then some more. It's bulletproofed. It's got ARP hardware through everything, LS9 gaskets, new lifters, trays, I mean, the works. So that's what really caught my eye on this car. I was like, the work's already done. And it was a killer price on the car. And what sold me was this car only had 27,000 miles on it. And I didn't believe it at first. I was like, there's no way. The car's from 2010. It's 2021. That's 11 years. And lo and behold, car only had 27,000 miles on it. So I was like, okay, yeah, I kind of want this car now. And I kid you not, this had everything done professionally, all my gauges. Right now the car is, what, 28,000 miles on it. I've never owned a car with less than 100,000 miles on it. So I was sold, needless to say. I mean, every option possible, short shifter, like I said, my gauges are in there. I mean, just everything that I would have done to my next car anyway was already done. So, yeah, it was a little more than what I paid for my last car. I mean, technically I traded my car for another car, for the GTO, but... And it has a freaking blower on it. So power's there, and we'll go over that in a minute. But I was stoked. I was like, too good to be true, no way. So I messaged the guy. He was like, yeah, man, I actually, like, it's still for sale, believe it or not. He said, I didn't really post it on Facebook. He just had it, like, in a group forum or something, and all these people were hitting him up, but he just never let it go because he was going to keep it or not keep it. Whatever, I get it. So my birthday was on May 6th. I actually picked this car up on my birthday. It was like my 25th birthday present. So I was super pumped. I had to go to the bank, get some money, go over there, sign some paperwork over because he still owed him the car. Little details, but we figured it out. He was super cool through the whole process, and we got it back home. And literally, I've done a few things to this car already, and I have one more thing to do today besides wash it because it's dirty. But this thing is about to be a ripper. I told my friends and close family about it, and that's pretty much it. But This car has definitely got the GTO beat on power and everything. Yes, it weighs more. I know that, but it's got more power. So it's fun. It's my first force inducted car because I was on nitrous before. So, I mean, power adder nevertheless, but still, the torque is what gets me on this car. It is literally insane. And from the words of the mouth of SSLXX, I think Steven up there said this motor is good for 1,000. And I was like, okay. So I'm gonna go over the build sheet real quick. I have way too much to remember. So like I said, I have all the invoices from them. And we're just gonna go over it. So first things first, I had to tear it down. Put it through a tank, cleaned everything out. And then they bored and honed the block, and labor for the mainline hone block, okay. Bouncing, rotating assembly, okay, it's labor. It has a Wisco 4.070 bore to 6 bore with a 125 inch rod, and a 3.2 cc flat top pistons. So 4-inch stroke piston set. It has a K1 forged crankshaft with 58X reluctor, so 4-inch stroke crankshaft. K1 LSX H-beams, 6-on-125, connecting rods. It's got Durabond replacement cam bearings on the car as well. It has King main bearing sets. These are like really good parts. King XB rod bearing sets, ARP stud kit, so studded, and the ARP 2000 LS stud kit as well, for the heads. So the heads are studded. It has, like I said, LS7 lifters and trays. It's got a Melling high volume pressure pump, so we're good on oil. Gen 4 gaskets. Gasket kit, and LS9 head gaskets. Then, break-in oil. Okay, all right. I'll hold this camera and do this at the same time. It's hard. So then we have blah, 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 all that stuff, blah, 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 resurfacing, okay. Oh, yes, they installed methanol. So the thing's running on meth, too. I got that 4-gallon tank in the back. Is shooting straight in, so we got meth, and I have an Alky. It's an Alky controller kit inside the center console for controlling that. Also, on top of this, so I went and checked the car out a week before I bought it on my birthday, and drove all the way up to North Carolina and drive it on a Sunday. And this thing, he was like, "Yeah, by the way, it also has a built rear end." I was like, first thing I was worried about is that, okay, this car's got power. I'm going to shred apart whatever drivetrain piece I can find the quickest to destroy easily. And he was like, well, actually, it has a 373 gearing, just like GTO. And they did all the bushings on the rear end. Yukon 373 gears, ring and pinion gear set. Carrier bearing seals. CV axles got replaced. Everything, fresh oil, gear oil. So I was like, this is getting crazy. Like, I thought I was getting a deal already. I'm finding out these new things, and I was like, well, obviously need a clutch. Has a McLeod racing clutch already in it. I was like, I've got to get this car. This is like all the hard parts are done. It's got an LNC 2-step launch controller already on it. I mean, the car is literally done, and it only has less than 30,000 miles on it. So we shook on it. I was super pumped, finished the paperwork, went the following week, picked up the car, we're back home. And only thing I had to do was the wideband sensor was bad. So unplugged it, plugged a new one in. Got that a week, literally last week, and replaced the filters on the actual Pro Charger. So that's new. The only other thing I have to do is there's a filter for this one down there. I'm gonna replace that one too. The Pro Charger has a fresh pulley on it. The belt's new, which it was kind of routed wrong when the kid had it. So I had to fix that real quick. That's why there's some rib marks right there. But that was like just done a few thousand miles ago. And then the Pro Charger itself, the D1, had fresh supercharger oil in it. So, and he did an oil change and got a detail before I bought it. So I was a happy camper. So I have literally been just trying to get this thing understood mechanically. As like my body mechanics, I'm like shifting. The clutch is a little weird. It lets out different than my GTO was. So instead of it grabbing like in the middle-ish, it grabs kind of up towards the top. So I've kind of had to get different muscle memory, but pretty much got it down. I've been daily driving it and stuff, but it's kind of hard to right now. It only runs on 93, and we're in like a gas crisis because they shut the pipeline down. So it's kind of hard to find gas for this thing because she likes some gas. She does like some gas, but it's okay. Miles per gallon. The methanol, tested it. It works. And the main thing is honestly traction. Traction is non-existent in this car. I was confused at first. I wasn't building boost on the boost gauge when I was driving it. And I was called Pro Charger and called the team at SSLSX. And I said, hey man, like, what do I have to do? What am I doing wrong? And he was like, well, that motor, it's been stroked out. It's a bigger motor than it originally was. You have to really get into higher RPM. So learning curve on that. Pretty much I have to build boost. He said, you need to be at wide open throttle, laid into it, and then it'll start building boost. Other than that, it's just all motor. I was like, okay, fair enough. So I need, problem one is getting up to the high RPM without losing traction. And problem two is building boost and not losing traction because now you're making more power. And then the methanol comes in and same thing, traction. So tires need to be done. I actually replaced both tires before we got out of town when we bought the car because the fronts were like, the insides were shot. So I put 2 new tires on it, drove it home. The back 2 is the ones I thought needed to be done, but the fronts were actually worse when we got there. So when I got home, ordered tires just to have something on the car. I will be getting some QuickTime Pros next week so we can actually hook on these bias plies and hopefully figure out numbers on this car. So I've done a little testing, nothing crazy, because obviously I'm limited to a hard tire right now that just blows them off the second I get it above 3,000 RPM. So times right now are kind of skewed. I haven't tracked it. I've just been, like I said, just driving the car, figuring it out. The power of this car. I have a dyno sheet. Not on methanol. At peak, he said was, I think, 12 pounds of boost, was 705 horsepower, and torque was 596 to the wheels. Yeah, on methanol, made 738 and 662 torque. What my GTO would have made on 150 shot if I kept it and got the fuel pump actually swapped in it, it would have made that probably on motor. This is making that on torque. So torque beast. This car is a torque beast. Literally. Like I said, I'm back down to stage 1. This is level 2 car, but me, stage 1. I gotta learn this car, figure out where the power comes on, and like I said, just get it dialed so I can keep the tires planted and go. But this is going to be a crazy series now. I'm sorry if it offends anyone about the GTO. I loved it. There's nothing wrong with it. Literally needed a paint job and some interior work, and it would have been complete. But hey, for the deal I got on this car, I could not pass it up. That's what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, if someone cut me a check for $50,000, this thing will be leaving now. I mean, it's just, everything's for sale, you know? I'm not gonna be too attached to anything, but I absolutely love this car. It rides great. Oh, that's the other thing. It's on lowering springs right now. So I kind of want to get rid of those and do coilovers for track reasons, but it is what it is. The car's, it looks good. He did a few aesthetics, got a spoiler, Black badges, LEDs, tint, nothing crazy. The wheels are just factory, but we got Brembos now. So I have a great platform. Street car, right now it's a roll car because it cannot find traction, but we will fix that. We're fixing that. I need to get front runners. I'm going to be using the GTO. The guy I sold it to did not want the drag pack, so I kept the skinnies and I kept the Forge Star 17s in the back. They are right here. And right here, I got the other one over there. We're going to get rid of these. If anyone wants them, let me know for the cheaps. And I already test fitted this wheel, and it literally barely clears the Brembos, but it clears. So this is literally a Camaro wheel. When you look these up, 4-star D5s, it's for the 2010 to 15 Camaro. So we're going to pop these tires off. I ordered 28 1150 17 QuickTime Pros DOT'd Hoosiers. So they're kind of back ordered right now. It's been a couple weeks. I'm waiting, but I got confirmation today. They should be here next Wednesday or Thursday. So those are definitely gonna be going on. When I fitted those and drove around, since the 20s are still on the front for now, I have to get 18s to clear the Brembos on those. The 17 front runners from GTOs will not work. The speed sensor, the ABS, all that stuff freaked out. So that's why I got rid of those tires. But it is what it is. The other thing I got to keep was the nitrous. So believe it or not, the guy I sold it to said take the nitrous off. So I have an entire nitrous kit and everything in a Marlboro 450 pump. Maybe for this car, or I'll sell it. I don't really need it. This car has enough power right now to have plenty of fun with and get in plenty of trouble. So if you know anyone that wants a nitrous kit, cut you a deal and you can have it, because it has the WinMax, it has everything except for the LNC 2000. And you really don't need that to run nitrous. So if you want it, you want it. If not, tell somebody you know wants it, and they can message me, drop a comment, and we'll work out a deal. But I got the bottle, still has nitrous in it. I kept the drag pack, I kept the nitrous kit, and I kept the factory intake manifold, but that was because I put a better one on there. So I guess I'll just keep that. So this thing has literally a built engine in it with 2,000 miles on the build itself. That was done. Those receipts are from December of 19. So this thing is pretty much brand new, just in an older car. So I was pumped, and I bought a catch can for it, the filters, and that's it. Fresh fluids, which kind of sucks because I don't have much to do. Oh wait, actually, I do have something to do. So the one thing this car needs is going to be a pain to do, but I'm going to do it because I'm limited. So the reason why this car only made 10 pounds, because these Pro Chargers make more boost. I think it's like between 15 to 18 to this D1. It's not the newest D1X or whatever. It's an older unit, but still works great. What I need to do is upgrade the fuel pump in this car. So that was why we were limited to the power. He said, the guy at the shop that built it, was because the fuel pump is factory. Now there is a boosted pump on this car. That's why we have the power we have, and there's fueling done to this. It does have fast injectors too. I think they're 80 or 88 pounds, something like that. The guy said they were already on the car when it came in with the blower already on it. So we have injection there. He said literally all you need to do is get you a ZL1 pump from the factory, drop the tank, swap it, give her more boost, more power. So I would be stoked if I could get this car, to 850 and see what happens at the track. because I have no idea what this will do. Mainly it will be driver mod because it's still a stick car for times, but we will find out. I literally have no even idea what this thing would be. It has high flow cats and that's it. Cook's headers, high flow cats. Other than that, she's just a clean machine. So I am so happy this all worked out and excited. One thing I will definitely say is get ready, because these are about to be some crazy videos of what this thing's gonna go up against. I already have a couple people lined up for going up against me. One's actually a diesel truck, built L5P, so there'll be a video on that. And what else? Oh, a Mustang, Whippled, going up against that. It's a few things, so stay close, stay very close. But yeah, this is a new whip. This is what we're gonna be playing with, enjoying, figuring out. I'm gonna teach you guys or show you guys and learn the process of whatever I have to do to this thing, and we're gonna take care of this. This shiny is pretty and it's got power. So checked all my boxes. Like I said, I'm still learning this car, so there will be mistakes along the way, but we're gonna try our best to take care of her and give her the love she needs. Don't have a name for this car yet, and I need one, so leave a comment also of what I should name this car, because I have no idea. And I've only owned one other silver car, and it was a Lexus, and I didn't even name that one because I didn't even have it that long. Really good car though. So we shall see. I'm gonna give this thing a bath and replace this little filter, and then we'll end the video. But I'm sorry if it's been a while. I know I should have had more videos of the GTO and doing things, and it's sad to see it go, but end of the day, I'm okay with this. This thing is way more than what the GTO probably would have ever been. I said the goal for that GTO was 650. This car already has 740 to start out with. So I think I did okay, but we'll see. So let me get this filter out real quick. I'll get a video of that, a shot of that, and then we will see you on the next one. Peace. All right, so this is with a blow-off valve, and pretty much to jack the car up, come down here, you got this filter that's just sitting in junk. God knows how old this thing is, and put a better one on it that's fresh for peace of mind. There we go. And that thing is disgusting. Hopefully I grabbed the right size. This one's a little different. That is not it whatsoever. Very interesting. All right, well, I got the filter on. I pretty much just had to make an adapter for it to fit, but I got it working. So that's pretty much gonna be it. I'm gonna go wash this car and park it for the night. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a photo shoot and make a video out of that for the car. So that'll be really cool. I got a good buddy of mine who's really good at photography, and he's gonna kind of just do some shots with me and hopefully get something that turns out pretty clean. So be on the lookout for that. It'll probably just be a real short video. Nothing to me talking a lot, but thank you for everyone who still supports this channel. It is not over yet. It is just getting started. I will see y'all next time, and we will probably be at the track soon, hopefully. I want to get these tires on. And when I get these tires on, I'm gonna play with it for a little bit, do some hits, and I have some videos I'm gonna end this on of me doing some actual testing. This was before I got any tires on here at all, or back tires, I should say. I had front tires on here because I bought the car and immediately went and got tires, but not the back tires. Back tires were bald, so I have some videos, some clips I'll drop in real quick, and y'all can just kind of get a taste of how bad this beast is. So I will see y'all next time. Make sure to share, comment, subscribe, all that. Hit that bell notification because there's gonna be some videos coming. A lot of videos to come. And we will get this thing out on the streets and have a great time and the track. So we will see y'all next time. Thank you. Peace.